Derek has chosen Early Man by Donnelly, and it is a beautiful song. It really wants to. Sure is to me. It's like reminding me of my younger self. It's like you said, you're connected to that voice. My brain is bugging me today. It's bugging you. Can you put it in a paint picture? The picture of Ruby's brain. It would be the beautiful days in the meadow. And you know, you feel the fun. Over the top of the days in the meadow. I think that's frustrated with myself because I want to be very proud because part of the computer is I can see what I need to do. It's just making that list of yes, there. That's fine. I get what you're saying. But my fear, like, you know what? Whether you like it or not, no, she does. And I really, really don't want to do this. I love hearing it. You watching the dancing? You watching the dancing? No. No? Huh? What are you watching?
Okay, come on. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you. I've got to invite everybody else. It looks like I got onto the wrong one. So, what's everybody else's email addresses again? Do you have?
Yep.
Everybody's there?
I've got all.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. So, first one is, so it's Rowdy, ROWEDY,
Okay.
family at gmail.com.
Okay. Okay. The next one.
Okay. The next one is A, M as in Mary, A, R as in Roger, I, E, M as in Mary, 18 at Gmail.
Oh, I think I do that again. Sorry, I think it deleted on accident.
No problem. Okay. A is in Apple, M as in Mary, A is in Apple, R is in Roger, I, E, M as in Mary, 18.
Okay.
Okay, and then the next one is Audrey, which is just her name. It's AUDREY dot WALZ at Gmail.
Okay. Okay. I just invited them now, so they should be. Hopefully, be able to get on. Was it pretty easy for you to get on once you got the invite?
Yeah, it just popped up a little thing and it said answer. And then as soon as I clicked to answer it, it popped up another bar saying, please be aware that everything in this conversation is going to be recorded. So if you don't want to be on the internet, and can be published on the internet. So if you don't want to, then don't accept it. So this is how to be recording us, right? So and then it said that you have the controls for being able to record it since you're the one inviting everybody in.
Yeah, and it's live right now. It's actually recording right now, so everything's live right now. So.
Perfect.
So how did you do it?
There's I don't know if you remember doing the icebreaker activity when we had to record our own selves. I just went in there and grabbed the link for that, and it sent me to a different. It's still Google Hangouts, but it's a different way to. It's a different side of it to record it. And I just had to start a live broadcast, and then I invited people with their email addresses, and that's how we got it to this point. So.
Awesome, good job, thank you.
Yes, thank you very much.
I got an email from Audrey. She was wondering how this thing was going to work, so I'm going to reply to her.
Yeah, if she's got her Gmail pulled up, it should just pop something up down on the sidebar there saying that you're trying to call her and tells her to answer it.
Okay. Do you guys, who was all in our group? How many do we have? Do we have 4 or do we have 5?
There's
We have
5
5.
of us total.
There's 5 of us total, and we have. Audrey sounds like she's gonna try to get on, so if she can get on, there'll be at least 4 of us. But I don't know what happened with the other gal.
See if she's emailed anything. She also responded on the. Oh, let's see here. Oh, so she's actually responding right now, saying she's really confused. Are you working with Audrey or with the other girl?
It's Audrey.
Okay, the other one's responding to me. Okay, so there should...
So do you guys know what we're supposed to do tonight? Are we just supposed to do the group quiz, or?
Well, there's like, yeah, I looked at the stuff that we were supposed to do to prepare, and I started going through that, and then the quiz has like, it has like 20 questions,
Yeah.
and then do we like fill it out together, and then we have to go on and answer it ourselves?
Yes, so each one of us has to answer it independently, but we're supposed to work on it together as a group, come up with all the answers that we all agree upon, and then once we've agreed upon all the answers, then we all go and fill out the thing exactly the same from what I understood. If I got it right. I could be wrong, but that's what
No, I think that's right. I think that's how I understood it, is we're just supposed to open individually the group quiz and then go through it together. So,
That definitely makes the most sense.
yeah.
So Angelina is trying to get on too right now, so hopefully the other two should be on in a second.
Okay. So where are you guys all from? Well, I guess we're waiting.
I live in Saratoga Springs, Utah. Work in Salt Lake City right now.
Okay.
How about you?
I actually live in American Fork. So,
Okay, actually not too far away.
yeah, I work down in Linden. So,
Very cool.
yep.
I'm
How
from
about you?
Rexburg.
Did you say
What's
Rex?
that? You're in Draper?
Rexburg.
Oh, Rexburg. Okay.
Very cool.
Good to meet you guys.
Good to meet
Good
you
to meet
guys
you, too.
too.
Have you guys taken this class before?
I haven't. I've taken microeconomics.
Okay.
So I did the microeconomics class, and that one went pretty good. So
I've
Yeah.
taken this. I think this is the 3rd time I've taken this class. So, yeah, I failed it the first time, and then I got a D the second time. So I'm hoping to get a C this time.
hi. Hey, you're
Hello.
in. Perfect. Okay, we've got one more person we're waiting on. We're just kind of talking about where we're from and if we've taken the class yet or not. So have you taken the class, Zach?
No, I've only taken 150, the micro as well.
Okay.
I did good in that class, but yeah, this is my first time in this class.
Yep, me too. Angelina, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Yep.
Awesome. Perfect. So have you taken this class before?
Mm.
Okay, sweet. So where are you from?
Tehachapi, California.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Where's that at in California?
It's like, do you know
Do I know what?
where Bakersfield is?
Bakersfield? I've heard of it, but I'm not sure where it's close to.
Yeah, I know where Bakersfield is. Yep.
Yeah, I'm like by Bakersfield, like 45 minutes.
Are you north or south of it?
More south.
More south. Okay. My wife grew up in Stockton, but she lived in Chowchilla for a little while, so a little bit more north of Bakersfield. But we drive through there all the time to get there. So
Charlie.
So do we want to start, or should we wait for a few more minutes for Audrey to see if she's able to get in?
Has somebody communicated with her at all? 'Cause on the email or anything?
Nathan said that he was talking with her.
yeah, I tried emailing her, but she hasn't really responded. So maybe we give her 5 more minutes and then we'll start. So,
Okay. Works for me.
Okay.
So what degrees are you guys going into?
Actually, you know, I just got an email from Audrey. Let's see what she says. Let's see what she says. Huh. I don't know what happened. She. Okay. Let me see. Okay, I just sent her an email. If anybody's got a phone, my phone's charging. If you guys could just maybe text her, just letting her know. Go to her Gmail account. Just log in. She sounded like she was trying to get on through her BYU Idaho, and that's where I responded back to her email, but she's having a hard time getting into BYU Idaho. So, when you guys text her?
I'm just calling her real quick.
Oh, are you? Okay. Okay.
Hi, is this Audrey? Hi, this is Amanda in your group. So if you go, hello, if you go to your Gmail account and get signed into that, on the bottom left-hand side, there should be an invite that says answer from Nathan. And if you go ahead and answer that, yes, that's it. No problem. Yep, we're here. Okay, so once you've hit join, it takes a few minutes, and then it should pop up a little screen saying that everything's going to be recorded, and then you have to accept that. And then there's another little green button that'll at the bottom of it that'll say join. And then once you click that, it should connect you in with us. Yeah, give it just a second, and it should pop up. Uh-huh, yep. No worries. We've all been trying to figure this out. It's been quite the experience for all of us because it's new for all of us, so you're good. No, it shouldn't be asking you to invite people. It should have just been to accept one from him. That should be it. If it says click to join the video call, I would press that. That should be it. Maybe try skipping over that and see if it lets you. Maybe it's just wanting to see if you want to add more people to it. I don't know. It should be invite them. Maybe try going, so you said that you're on the Google Plus part. Maybe try going back to just your regular Gmail, because that's where mine popped up at, was just in my regular Gmail. Yeah, so on my regular Gmail, it was just on the side, and it said accept. So we tried going through just like a regular Hangout conversation first, and then realized it wasn't recording. So you don't want just the one that was from me. Don't accept that one. That one should be gone now. Maybe try clicking on it and see. Yeah, that's probably it.
She having a hard time getting in there?
Yeah, she's clicked on one and now she's just waiting. We're trying a different spot to see if it works.
Okay.
No, just put your feet on the arm so I can help you.
She says, thank you everybody for your patience.
No problem.
They said no problem. So it would have been the one on the top, and on mine it has like a little green long circle. If that's the one you clicked on, then let me see if I can get him to resend it to you maybe. Hey Nathan, can you try resending it to her? She said it was there and now it's gone.
Okay, hold on. Do you have her email?
Yeah, it is
Let me see.
Audrey.
Let me find where. Okay.
So
What
it's
is it? So it's
you.
Audrey
Uh-huh.
Waltz
Yep.
at
Yep.
Gmail.
ALZ at Gmail.
Okay. I just invited her.
Okay, he just re-invited you. Yeah, I hear it ringing. So is there like a button there to answer now? Yeah, that should be it. Can you click on that? Hmm. That is strange. So when I logged in, my Gmail account was there, and then on the left-hand side, there was just a little thing that was like a little telephone ringing, and it said answer or reject. And so I hit answer, and when I hit answer, then it popped up a screen that then had a little box on it that said, be aware that you're going to be recorded. As long as you're okay with all this, hit accept and then join. And so I accepted the terms, and then I joined. So maybe try, when it asks you to invite someone, maybe try typing in your own email address and then seeing if it works. I don't know. I'm not sure what to try on that. Yeah. Yes.
How did you get in, Amanda? Did you just click on the email?
Yeah, I
And
just
then-
clicked on what, there was just a little box on the left-hand side that said answer the call, so I answered the call.
And she's
and
not
then-
seeing that.
No, every time she clicks on it, it asks her who she wants to invite in instead of allowing her to join. So I told her to maybe try typing in her email address as the person she wants to invite in to see what happens. I'm wondering if maybe for this phone call, just because I'm not sure how much time everybody has this evening, is maybe I should just put her on speakerphone so that way she can hear everything that's going on and you guys can hear her, and then we'll just mention in the video that she's part of all this and we just had some technical difficulties, so that way everybody's still included in it, and then maybe if we can figure it out.
Yeah, we can go ahead and get started then. If she keeps trying, maybe she could get in, but we should get going started on it.
Sounds good. So everybody else is good to have me put you on speakerphone, and then we'll start moving forward. Are you good with that? Okay, sounds good. That sounds perfect. Yeah, keep trying while we go. Okay, let me get you on speaker. No problem. Okay, I've got you on speakerphone. Can you hear us?
All right. I can hear you. Hi, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep, we can hear you.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, great.
Okay, so should we just start going down through the quiz questions?
Yeah, that's what I think would be best.
Okay, sounds good. So number 1 says, suppose a consumer purchases just 2 goods, X and Y. The slope of the budget line would indicate the... Does anybody have any particular guesses already? I've kind of gone through myself and marked which ones I think are the correct answers. But I'm just wondering if anyone else has other input and ideas.
I think it's one of the first two, probably the first one in my opinion. Opportunity cost of Y in terms of good X given up for Y, because the opportunity cost is the amount of X for Y. So
yes,
that's
I agree with you 100%. I have the first one marked as well.
okay.
Because the other one can't be correct because you can't give up Y for more of Y.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
It has to be number 1 in my personal opinion.
Okay.
I agree.
Everyone good with that one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
So number 2, assume that a consumer has a given budget or income of $12 and that she can buy only 2 goods, apples or bananas. The price of an apple is $1.50 and the price of a banana is 75 cents. Refer to the information given above. If the consumer spent all of her budget on just apples or just bananas, how many apples or bananas maximum would she be able to buy? On this one, I marked the very last one, because if you added up dollar-wise, it's the only one that makes for $12 on each of them. So that was my guess.
So 8 apples and 16 bananas.
Correct, because 8 apples at $1.50 a piece is $12, and 16 bananas at 75 cents a piece is $12. And because she has a maximum budget of maximum income of $12, that's the only one that fits. The other ones, dollar amount, don't. One or both don't add up to the 12.
I agree with you. That seems right to me.
Yep.
Hey, which one did you get?
Okay, so on number 2, it was the very bottom one. 8 apples or 16 bananas.
Okay.
And the reason I came up with that is because if you take $1.50 times 8 apples, it equals $12. And then if you take 75 cents times 16 bananas, it also equals $12. Is everybody comfortable with that one?
Yeah.
Okay. So what were you going to say?
Oh, nothing. Sorry, I was just agreeing with you.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, number 3. One major part of the opportunity costs of one's decision to go to college after high school graduation is the. Does anyone in particular have one that they feel that it is? So the opportunity cost is something that they're going to give up if they go to college.
Yeah, it's going to have to be, in my opinion, the last one, full-time job that they could have had instead of going to college.
Yep, I agree 100%.
Yeah.
That's the one I have marked as well.
Okay.
Okay, does everyone feel comfortable with that answer?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. On number 4, okay, which of the following illustrates a macroeconomic question? So based on those 4 questions, I actually have 2 that I'm trying to decide between on this one. Does anyone have one in particular they feel it is? I'm kind of swaying towards the second one or the 4th one.
What was the answer to the last question? Sorry,
That's okay. Number 3, we determined that it was a full-time job, which is the last option.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
No problem.
Okay, so let's see.
Yeah, Aladdin. Good job. You turned on.
This one's kind of a tricky one. I
Yes,
don't know.
on number 4, like I said, I'm kind of torn between number 2 and number 4 for the answers. So as far as number 1, I don't think it's that. Number 3 deals with microeconomics, not macroeconomics.
Who's Ellie?
As far as I'm guessing, anyways, what I feel like, anyways. Personally. And I'm kind of leaning more towards number 2, but I'm just not positive.
Yeah, I like number 2 as well. I feel like number 2 is right, but I don't know.
I think number 2 would be it because I'm thinking macroeconomic. I'm thinking the whole.
It takes the big picture.
It takes the big picture of the whole economy because that's what macro is it's about everything. It's not just micro is about you know what micro is, but macro is more of a whole picture kind of thing. And that
micro is about
more,
individual companies.
And I think the 4th one could be kind of that way, but realistically, it's more driven to a specific industry, whereas number 2 is more of a general broad area of the economy. Does that make more sense?
Yep, I agree. So let's go with number 2 on that if everybody else feels good with that.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next one is, number 5. The statement in a newspaper that consumer prices rose last month by 1%, and if this trend continues, the annual rate of inflation will be 12% for the year, is an example of?
Positive economics.
Yep, that's what I marked on that one too. Does everyone feel comfortable with that as well?
Can you guys kind of explain what that is? Because I'm a little confused. I haven't had a chance to really read through anything.
Okay, so basically the difference between, okay, a positive economic statement is something that can be backed up or proven with actual data.
Okay.
A normative economic statement is something that is based on opinion. So
Yeah, it's more you feel that it should be some way.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then the other two aren't even applicable really to this. It's
Okay. That makes sense. Then I would agree with that. Sure.
That's good. Okay, so the next one, the production possibility curve is a graph of, on this particular one, I went with number 3.
and I would say number 3 is correct.
Does everyone feel comfortable with number 3
Yeah.
answer?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. On number 7, if a nation produces more consumer goods, less capital goods, then the nation will have.
Okay, so more consumer goods is going to be more
Consumer goods.
more consumption now and less consumption later.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly the one I marked.
So number 1, right?
Yep, number 1.
Okay.
Does everybody else feel comfortable with that as well?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Number 8. A nation can produce 2 products, tanks and autos. The table below is the nation's production possibilities. Given the production possibilities scheduled above, a combination of 3 tanks and 350 autos. On this one, I put number 2.
Well, no. Let's see.
Because where they're producing 3 tanks, they have the ability to produce 650 autos, but they're not. And so it's attainable, but there's currently unemployment or inefficient use of society's resources because they're not doing more than 350.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Does everybody else feel comfortable with that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes
Okay.
sense. Yeah.
Okay. On number 9, I've got the law of increasing opportunity costs states that
I think it's number 1. I don't know.
I'm swaying more towards number 3. So an opportunity cost is something that you give up in exchange for something else.
Guess that's true, yeah.
I agree with number 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does everybody feel comfortable with that one then?
Yeah, after I read that, it makes more sense. So.
Okay. Okay, number 10. Which of the following is not a factor of production? On this one I put number 1 because the 4 are land, labor, capital, and entrepreneurship.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. Everybody else feel comfortable with that one too?
Yes.
Money, right?
Yep, money.
Okay.
Okay. Number 11. The economizing problem is essentially one of deciding how to make the best use of.
I say the last one, limited resources and unlimited wants.
That's the exact same one I marked as well. Does everybody else feel comfortable with that?
Yep.
Okay. Number 12. Which of the following is the best synonym for marginal in economics?
Additional.
That's what I marked as well. Because marginal cost is to add one more in, or marginal benefit, or marginal cost is to add one more cost in, and marginal benefit is to add more benefit. And is it worth it?
Yeah.
So I agree. Okay, on 13. The opportunity cost for doing or getting something is best and fully defined as.
The third one. The value of the best alternative that is given up in order to do or get something.
Yep.
Yep, I would agree.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, does everyone else feel comfortable with that one?
Yep.
Yep.
Perfect. Okay, number 14. Ceteris paribus assumption is employed in economic analysis in order to.
Can someone explain what that is? That word?
Paribus, it basically means. Oh, would you like to explain it?
Well, it doesn't matter. Basically, it just means everything else is equal. So, like, it means you're gonna. I think it's the answer is the second one, to simplify. That's I think. But so the purpose of it is to eliminate, to make everything else equal except for the thing that you're trying to evaluate.
Yep.
Okay.
Do you guys think the second one too, simplify the complex world?
I'm debating between that one and number 3, and in all honesty, I have both of them marked, and I was undecided on which one I felt was right.
Yeah, you're right. It could be any of the last 3. Let me see if I can find it here again.
Getting close. Is it the extra time they can be though? That's what I'm telling you. That's our issue. Is like, when somewhere we're at, and
Hello?
Hi, can you hear us still?
Yeah, I just thought it was kind of quiet, so.
Yeah, we're all kind of looking right now through our books to try and decide, because on question 14, we're trying to decide between the second and the third answer, and possibly the fourth answer as well.
You bet. I still think it's the second one because it says in the reading, it says the assumption that factors other than those being considered are held constant. Ceteris paribus assumption, the assumption that factors other than those being considered do not change.
That works for me. Like I said, I was kind of torn between the two, so I'm totally willing to go that route.
You know, there's
Somebody else's thoughts.
one thing we could do too. You know, because there's number 4 and then this one that we're a little unsure about. You basically lose a quarter of a point if you check your work, and if we took turns doing that on these, then each person would only have to lose a quarter of a point instead of getting one wrong.
So if we do what? Explain that one more time.
Okay, so this is the exact same as it was in my Econ 150 class, and down on the bottom, are you guys actually taking the quiz right now, or are you just writing down?
I am.
I'm writing all of it down. I've got it printed out, and then
Okay.
I was going to log in again.
At the bottom of the actual quiz, there's a thing that says check my work.
Oh, yeah.
If you click on that and then say check your work, it'll tell you if you're wrong or right, but it takes a quarter of a point off if you do that. So a quarter of a point is better than getting it wrong. So if we each took turns doing that on these ones that we're not sure of, like number 4 and this one, each of us would only have to lose a quarter of a point and we wouldn't get any wrong.
Okay.
So I will do that on this number 14 because honestly I'm not sure. I think that's what it is, and then somebody else can do it on number 4 maybe before we submit this. So I'm doing it right now.
Okay.
That is correct. So simplify the complex world.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Okay, so our next one. Which of the following is the fallacy in the fallacy of composition? I can't talk. Which of the following is the fallacy in the fallacy of composition?
Okay, so it's the third one because it's not cause and effect like the last one, and it's not the first two. If you go, I just went to Wikipedia and typed in a fallacy of composition to find out. And it says, the fallacy of composition arises when one infers that something is true of the whole from the fact that something is true of a part. So basically it's just saying that just because part of something is one way doesn't mean the whole thing is that way.
Mm-hmm. I would agree completely on this one. Does everyone else feel comfortable with it?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Okay, 16. A society can consume a combination of goods outside its production possibility if there is...
Number 2, international specialization in trade.
What was the answer on the fallacy one? Mine timed out.
Number 3.
Okay.
And then I'm like 99% sure on number 16 with the international specialization thing.
Okay.
Unless somebody else has a...
No, I agree. Does anyone else, or does everyone else agree as well?
Yep.
Okay. 17. The market demand schedule or curve for a product shows the relationship between how much of the product buyers are willing and able to buy and the...
Okay, so the curve is going to be in relation, is going to be between price and demanded, quantity demanded.
Yep, exactly. So I think it's number 1.
I agree.
Okay, does everybody feel good with that one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sounds good. So 17 we've got for the first one on there. Okay, so okay, so 18. Refer to the above diagram for the milk market. In this market, the equilibrium price is blank and equilibrium quantity is blank.
So that's going to be $1.50 and 28.
So it's going to be the first one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
I agree completely. Are we all good with that one?
Yep.
Okay. All of the following are assumed to be constant when the supply curve for a product is drawn, except the I think it's 1, price of the product.
I agree. 1 is the answer there.
Okay, sounds good. Does everyone else feel comfortable with that?
Yep.
Okay, so 20. Which of the following is an example of a price ceiling?
It's going to be limits on interest rates charged by credit card companies.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Sounds good. Everyone else feel comfortable with that one?
Yep.
Okay, so the only one we have left then is to go back on that number 4 and have one of us test it out, unless everyone feels comfortable with the answer number 2 on it.
For some reason, I didn't get number 9.
Oh, number 9? Number 9, we decided was number 2. Increase in the production of one good requires larger and larger sacrifices of the other good.
Oh, yeah. I don't know why I didn't mark it. Sorry.
That's okay. No worries at all.
So number 4 was the...
Number 4 was, which of the following illustrates a macroeconomic question? And we're kind of going back and forth between number 4 and number 2, and then I think we decided on number 2, but if we're not comfortable with that, I can check that one on mine to lose the quarter point. Okay,
So it uses, the only examples it gives in the reading is it says, while the problem of unemployment is usually treated as a macroeconomic topic, economists recognize that the decisions by individual workers on how long to search for jobs and the way specific labor markets encourage or impede hiring is critical. That's really all it says in the reading.
What page is that on?
It is on page 8.
Okay.
I honestly don't know on that one, you guys.
Okay, I'll go ahead and double check it. I'm just getting into the quiz right now. So it says lesson 1 is... Okay, I'm not sure if I'm in the right spot. I'm in my homework, and when I hit on lesson 1 group quiz, it says work for lesson 1 group quiz, and it's just an empty box.
Yeah, you need to go into the Connect. It's not in iLearn.
Oh, it's not an iLearn? So,
No, yeah, you have to go into the Connect where the reading is, and the quiz is
okay.
in there under assignments.
Okay, so lesson 1 assignment. Oh, lesson 1 group quiz. Okay, perfect. Okay, go. Okay, so 1, we said was 1, 2, 3. Okay, so on number 4, we're trying to decide between 2 and 4. Should we go with 2 first and check the work on that one?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, by using check your work. Okay. Okay. Yes, we're right. It is number 2. So it's an increased wage demand by workers contributing to price inflation.
Okay, so we got number 1 wrong. It's actually supposed to be opportunity cost of good X in terms of good Y.
Really?
Yeah.
So the second one?
Yeah, it's supposed to be the second one, not the first one.
So did you submit the quiz, Zach?
I did.
Is that the only one we missed?
It sure is.
Hmm.
I got a 93.75%. So hopefully you guys do better than that.
So I got a 95, probably because you got that quarter point taken away.
Yeah.
That's good though. We only missed 1. You know.
Yeah. It works for me, I guess, for the first week. So. I don't think is there anything else that we have to do, you guys?
I think, well, Nathan, because he's recorded this, he's got the ability to add this on, and I think we're supposed to upload this so that she can see that we work together.
Yeah, so it has to go on, I guess you have to post a link to it or something on the discussion board.
Yeah, what will happen is it will
get posted to YouTube just like we did our icebreaker video, and then post that link to YouTube on the discussion board.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Sounds good.
So,
and then we're all supposed to submit the quiz tonight, so if you didn't already do it.
So just to, like, for housekeeping or whatever, so that we don't have to stress about next week, I don't know if we can trade off or whatever. Who would be, I guess we should decide who's going to initiate the Hangouts session or whatever next week.
Okay.
And then whoever initiates it can just post it. I don't know, how big of a deal was it to set it up, Nathan?
It took like, oh yeah. Do you want to go?
I don't think it took I don't think it was that hard. I think if we've all been together now on a session, I think it's going to be easier to invite everybody because we'll have all the emails. We'll just need to invite, and people just need to go log in around the time we're going to do the group session. So I think it's pretty easy.
So who's? I guess I can try to do it next week.
Okay.
Just so that, but if for some reason I fail and at 6 o'clock or whatever, you guys, you haven't gotten an invite or whatever, it means that I can't figure it out because I've never done it before. And if that happens, since you've done it, Nathan, would you mind just doing it again so that we can make sure we get together?
Yeah, I can do that.
All right, I'll try to get it done. I'll work on it throughout the week and try to make sure I get it figured out. But I just don't. Anyway.
Sounds perfect.
Okay.
Well,
Thank
thanks,
you so
guys.
much, all you guys.
Okay, thanks.
Have a good one.
Have a good night.
Okay.
Thanks. Have a good night.
Yeah, you too.